What's up, Taiwan? I'm Liao with news from here in Taiwan and around the world. A key national security funding package has become the latest flashpoint between Taiwan's ruling and opposition parties, with billions of dollars on the line. The funds are meant to pay for drones and Coast Guard ships, but as Chris Gorn reports, the opposition is accusing the cabinet of pulling a fast one.
$5 billion in national security funds are at stake as the ruling Democratic Progressive Party asks the opposition Kuomintang and Taiwan People's Party to approve the money. The $5 billion is part of a special budget act put forward by the cabinet rather than a normal budget bill. It was submitted in April amid concerns about how U.S. tariffs might affect Taiwan's economy and society, although those tariffs are now in a 90-day pause. The package in full totals over $13 billion, covering not just national security, but also labor and health insurance and support for industry and employment. But the two biggest and most controversial parts are the $5 billion allocated for defense and the more than $3 billion in subsidies for Taiwan's struggling power utility. Now, the ruling party says that the national security funds will pay for new air and sea drones, more patrol ships for the Coast Guard, a thermal and infrared camera system along the coastline to catch smaller boats, and cybersecurity upgrades. The DPP says this money is necessary given the increased aggression and gray zone tactics used by China against Taiwan, particularly at sea.
去年当海巡跟中国的渔民发生擦撞，不是很多人 包含在野党立委都在检讨说，海军你为什么没有给每个弟兄配备密录器？为什么没有给他们更好的装备？这都不是想要，而是必要。所以也要拜托国人朋友们一起来支持行政院的规划。
The opposition has criticized this $5 billion, saying it should go through the normal defense budget process, rather than being part of this special budget which they say was meant to deal with U.S. tariffs. They also say the money lacks transparency, with the cabinet giving no line-by-line list of how it will be spent. The opposition has proposed instead to use that money to give direct cash payments to every citizen, essentially stimulus money. Now, there's about a month left of negotiation time before the special budget moves on to its next phase. But unless a deal is reached, the opposition, which has a majority in the legislature, is likely to pass their version of the package. Chris Ma and Chris Gorin in Taipei for TaiwanPlus.
Taiwan's defense ministry says it has tracked 25 Chinese military aircraft and 7 naval vessels around the country in a 24-hour period. 19 of the aircraft breached Taiwan's Air Defense Identification Zone, or ADIZ. This area is not part of Taiwan's sovereign airspace, but the military uses it for defensive purposes. The increased activity comes amid heightened Chinese military activity in recent weeks, including 2 aircraft carriers operating in the Western Pacific. Officials say they are monitoring the situation. On Taiwan's sensitive sea border with China, illegal oyster farming is a thriving business, with Chinese workers even crossing over secretly to take part. Some officials worry national security could be at stake. But local authorities say they're ready to work with China to dismantle illicit oyster beds. John Van Triest has more.
Coast Guard inspectors board a suspicious vessel in sensitive waters off the Jinmen Islands. What they find concerns them, and some officials. Here, right off the Chinese coast, where Taiwan and China-controlled waters meet, the Coast Guard says illegal oyster farming has become a problem. And now it says it's even caught illegally hired Chinese workers who've crossed to the Taiwanese side to work them. This is an area where Chinese ships often come, sometimes to challenge Taiwan's ability to police the area. And so the discovery of Chinese nationals coming across undetected raises national security concerns for some.
金马棚分署已经查获金门养殖业者非法雇用中国人士从事养科作业，总计8船18人，其中6船14人已经经司法机关判决有期徒刑或罚金在案。
But for others, especially local Jinmen officials, the nationality of the workers isn't the main concern. Some even see a rare opportunity to work with China.
虽然国安危机影响不至于那么大，但是对环境的影响是很大的，所以这个两边的执法单位都应该依法来执法。
But regardless of whether possible threats to sovereignty or those to the environment matter more, this is an issue the government's been meaning to tackle for a while. The cabinet's already met twice on the matter. And in November, the Ocean Affairs Council started cross-department talks on getting rid of illegal oyster beds. The conclusion for now is that this will be a job for Jinmen County and the Fisheries Agency, with backup from the Coast Guard.
现在有请海巡单位加强查缉让他们现在也严防大陆渔船在进入我们槟榔屿水域这一带有争议的水域进行养殖作业。
Still, so close to China's coastline, this is a patch of sea that's hard to police. And oysters are just the latest challenge to keeping order in contested waters. Kama Xu and John Van Trieste for TaiwanPlus.
Renowned Taiwanese dance company Cloudgate Dance Theater is collaborating with choreographers from at home and abroad for a set of performances this weekend in New Taipei. AC Wells has more.
This is Cloudgate Theatre in northern Taiwan. It's home to one of the country's leading dance companies, and this weekend it's set to host 5 unique performances by choreographers from Taiwan, Japan and Europe, with 20 of Cloudgate's dancers. The works are a part of the dance troupe's Spring Riot program, originally launched in 2001 to showcase young talent. It's been a key platform for Taiwanese artists to debut new works, and this year all focuses on movement with minimal theatrical design, as performances are stripped down to their purest essence in what the artistic director has coined a bare spring riot.
我想时代进步得很快，然后科技前进得很快。那我在想，我们在这个时候应该再回来面对很赤裸的身体，人的呼吸、人的心跳、人的血液的脉动，人为什么开始跳舞？我希望大家可以在舞蹈里面感受到这么纯粹的东西。
While Cloudgate's training methods draw on Tai Chi and martial arts, giving the group their own distinct movements, featured choreographers like Baru Madaling, whose dance company focuses on the movements of Taiwan's indigenous Taiwan people, and Hiroaki Umeda from Japan have brought in their own distinct techniques, leaving much in anticipation on how these styles will blend together for the Spring Riot works.
So I have been developed my own dance method, movement method. Already before coming here, I had known that Cloudgate dancers are very trained and disciplined, and dancers are very good. So then I decided I shared my movement method to the dancers, and they developed their own movement from the method.
For the choreographers set to present their works here, it's a chance to join forces with the first contemporary dance company in the Chinese-speaking world. And for Cloudgate dancers, it's their moment to step into a new groove, drawing on the roots and rhythms of dance communities in Taiwan and worldwide. Alex Chen and Izzy Wells for TaiwanPlus.
A man has been fined more than $500 for vandalizing a 2-century-old temple, causing more than $300,000 in damage.
是我们是很痛的，真的很痛，判下来就是这样子哦，没有办法，没办法修复，因为之前的用漆跟现在用漆是不一样的。
CCTV footage from 2023 shows the Spanish national scrubbing the temple's door with oil solvents, causing the paint to dissolve and peel off. The temple is now filing a civil lawsuit to help cover the costs of repairs. And thank you for watching What's Up Taiwan. You can visit the TaiwanPlus website or follow our social media for more stories from Taiwan and around the world. Finally, let's check out how some city farm animals outside London are coping as the UK bakes in the summer heat. Someone get them some ice cubes or something. I'm Leslie Liao. Take care and see you next time.
So today I'm going to show you, so you'll say 一份. Taiwan is so-called the fruit paradise. Culture of Taiwanese hot fudge.
学可以学什么饭餐
Mandarin on the go. Every Wednesday, 8:30 p.m. on TaiwanPlus.
For more stories from Taiwan and Expo 2025, visit TaiwanPlus.com.